after they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed, right?
10 years.
Mr. Diddy, aka Mr. Love, now Dr.
No,
Love.
Sean Carter.
Jay.
Child. The whispers about Diddy and Jay-Z have taken such a scandalous turn, it's making everyone's jaws drop. Can you imagine? There are shocking rumors floating around that someone might have made secret deals with the feds. And get this, the person who was once considered Jay-Z's closest ally in the rap game might have turned against him to save their own skin. Like seriously, this isn't just your regular celebrity falling out. We're talking about the potential collapse of an empire built on power, loyalty, and those unspoken rules everyone knows about but never mentions. Trust me, you're going to want to hear every juicy detail about what's really going down.
Well, Combs is separated from the general population, right? He's was with Sam Bankman-Fried at least, and the irony there is that's someone who was granted bail, tried to tamper with witnesses, so the judge revoked his bail. So that just goes to show how these federal judges feel about witness tampering before trial.
Here's the tea, and it's piping hot. Diddy, who's currently caught in a whirlwind of legal drama, and honey, it's messy, is supposedly cutting deals with the FBI that could shake the music world to its core. The gossip started spreading like wildfire after Diddy got arrested and thrown behind bars. But wait, it gets even juicier. Word on the street is that federal prosecutors came to him with an offer he couldn't refuse, basically saying, "Help us take down others, and we might go easier on you." And guess who's supposedly at the top of their list? None other than Jay-Z himself. And we're not talking about small potatoes here. These allegations are connected to something major that supposedly went down more than 20 years ago.
Still say allegedly, has done things and allegedly participated in a lot of things that the public would not be happy to know.
But hold on to your seats because this tea is about to get even hotter. The most shocking part? Apparently Diddy didn't just name Jay-Z. He's painting himself as both a witness and a victim in this whole mess. Can you believe it? The man who's always acted like he's untouchable is now reportedly flipping the script to save himself. Sources close to the investigation are spilling that this might actually work. Word is, Diddy could soon walk free on bail while Jay-Z faces the full force of the law. Talk about a plot twist. To understand just how wild this situation is, let me take you back to where it all started. The accusations against Jay-Z, which by the way were just recently added to make this whole situation even more dramatic, go all the way back to 2000. Picture this. It's after the MTV Video Music Awards. There's this exclusive after party, and according to court documents, a woman, who's only being called Jane Doe, claims she was basically forced to attend. What happened next is absolutely chilling. A fancy chauffeur ride to some lavish mansion, signing what she thought was just a confidentiality agreement, and then, well, let's just say the details behind those closed doors are beyond disturbing.
And we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit.
Now, this is where things get really intense. At first, Diddy was the only one named in the lawsuit, but then, boom, Jay-Z's name gets added later after Jane Doe's lawyers came back with new information. And honey, what happened next? Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw it coming. The word around town is that when Diddy felt the walls closing in, he saw his chance and took it. Sources say his legal team reached out to the feds with an offer they couldn't refuse. But here's the real kicker. Diddy didn't just point fingers at Jay-Z, he supposedly played the ultimate victim card, claiming he was manipulated into the whole thing.
If that's part of the indictment, that's somewhat like a blackmail. He was blackmailing people to be in the freak-offs. So that's federal. That could be that's a federal charge. He can't blackmail people to say, yo, listen here, you did it once and you're gonna do it again. That ain't gonna make it with the government or nobody.
Let me tell you, the fallout from this alleged deal has everyone in the industry absolutely shook. For years, Diddy and Jay-Z were like two peas in a pod. Both started from nothing and built themselves into global icons. Their friendship, even with its competitive moments, was something everyone in the industry looked up to. But now, if these rumors are true, we're witnessing the ultimate betrayal. It's not just about betraying a friend, It's about breaking that sacred code that everyone in the music industry lives by. And the timing? Oh my goodness, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Poor Diddy's been desperately trying to get out of custody for months, with judges repeatedly saying, "Nope, not happening." They've been worried he might jet off somewhere with all his connections and money. But here's the real tea. Apparently, this whole FBI cooperation thing might be his golden ticket to freedom. Inside sources are whispering that his legal team has been working overtime behind the scenes, trying to turn his supposed snitching into a get-out-of-jail-free card. While nothing's confirmed yet, just the possibility has sent shockwaves through the entire industry.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
the shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
Now, let's talk about Jay-Z's response because, honey, he is not having it. He's come out swinging, calling this whole thing nothing but a blackmail attempt. And he's not just talking, he's taking action. His lawyers have filed this fierce motion demanding either the case gets thrown out or this mysterious Jane Doe shows her face. In their letter to the judge, and trust me, it's spicy, Jay-Z's team is basically saying, look, if someone's going to make these kinds of accusations, we deserve to know who they are. But wait until you hear Jay-Z's own words. They'll break your heart. He said, and I quote, "I mourn yet another loss of innocence." Can you feel the pain in those words? He's talking about what this has done to his family. And then he really let loose, saying only conspiracy theorists and fake physics would believe these wild claims, adding that if it weren't for the serious nature of the allegations, the whole thing would be laughable.
Rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men at a video.
But here's where it gets really intense. Despite Jay-Z's denials, and trust me, they were passionate, people can't stop speculating about what might happen next. Some insiders are whispering that criminal charges could be just around the corner, especially if Diddy's supposed FBI tea spilling turns out to be as explosive as everyone's saying. Though others are betting big money that Jay-Z's powerhouse legal team will find a way to make this whole mess disappear. Either way, sweetie, the stakes couldn't be higher for the man who famously called himself not a businessman but a businessman. If things go south, we're not just talking about losing his freedom, we're talking about watching his entire legacy crumble. And can we talk about the sheer audacity of Diddy's alleged betrayal? These two were literally the gatekeepers of rap, darling. They shaped everything about the culture, the sound, the style, everything. Watching their partnership implode like this, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Though some insiders are saying they saw it coming, claiming Diddy's always been playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers.
So yesterday, Monday, Diddy celebrated his 55th birthday, but this year was a lot different. It was no Diddy parties. It was none of that. None of that stuff. Well, happily so, I guess, right now. But anyway, so this is his first birthday behind bars.
Let me tell you something even more shocking. These rumors about Diddy working with the FBI, they're making everyone in the music industry nervous. Because if someone like Diddy is willing to name names to save himself, what does that mean for all those industry secrets everyone's been keeping? Some people are actually saying this might be exactly what the industry needs. You know, finally shining a light on all those dark corners nobody talks about. But others? They're terrified this could start a domino effect, with everyone pointing fingers at everyone else until the whole industry comes crashing down. And let's be real here. Whatever happened to that incredible bond between Diddy and Jay-Z? What started as this beautiful friendship built on mutual respect and shared dreams has turned into this desperate fight for survival, with both of them scrambling to protect everything they've built. For Diddy, making this alleged deal with the FBI might be his only way out of this nightmare. But for Jay-Z, it could be the thing that brings his whole carefully built empire crashing down around him.
In the meantime, let's go back to New York City. Want to get some updates on the case that is unfolding there regarding Sean.
But here's what's really keeping everyone up at night. How much of this is actually true and how much is just people running their mouths. While we're still waiting for confirmation about Diddy's supposed cooperation, The fact that these rumors even exist tells you everything you need to know about what's really going on behind the scenes. Everyone's watching with bated breath to see who's going to come out on top and who's going to be left picking up the pieces of their shattered reputation. And honey, this brings us to the million-dollar question. How did these two kings of hip-hop go from being best friends to potential enemies in a legal battle that could destroy them both? To really understand this drama, we need to look back at their relationship. All the wins, all the tension, everything that led to this moment. Because while this betrayal might seem like it came out of nowhere, maybe, just maybe, the signs were there all along.
I'm not surprised with the decision. I'm surprised that Judge Subramanian entertained it. He held a 2-hour hearing, which we were covering live, and he issued a 5-page written order. Most other judges, including the 2 previous judges, to consider this issue, summarily denied the bail motion. I think a lot of it stems from Judge Subramanian being a newer judge. This is a Biden appointee.
Oh my goodness, let me tell you. This isn't just about 2 music moguls caught up in some scandal. This is about watching a friendship that everyone thought was bulletproof completely fall apart. To really get how earth-shattering this is, we need to go back to where it all began. Back when they were just 2 ambitious guys trying to make it big in the music world. Their story? It's absolutely incredible. Before they became these larger-than-life figures, they were just 2 dreamers hustling their way out of their neighborhoods. And their friendship? It wasn't built on fancy parties and record deals. It was built on survival. Poor Diddy, born Sean Combs, grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, losing his father way too young. But did that stop him? Absolutely not. This man was throwing parties at Howard University and working his way up at Uptown Records, helping launch stars like Mary J. Blige and Jessie and Jay-Z, born Sean Carter in Brooklyn's Marcy Projects, which he never lets anyone forget about in his songs. His rise might have been slower, but baby, was it impressive? He built himself up from nothing, becoming one of the most talented wordsmiths in the game before creating Rockefeller Records with Damon Dash and Kareem Burke.
So that, they probably didn't see these notes and they never will.
But if you're Diddy, don't you want your notes back?
Yeah.
If you've spent so many hours gathering evidence for your side or, strategy or whatever, for me, I'd be like, oh no, please don't destroy, please return.
But by the time the mid-90s rolled